What's up, guys? Thomas here. This morning I had this idea whilst I was going through some videos to review for my academy before the feedback session, which I just did. Whilst I was reviewing the videos and whilst I was going over the members' videos and looking for areas to give them feedback, I had this crazy realization about those ultimate travel videos that you or I would make. And not necessarily travel videos, but videos in general, whatever videos you want to make. And this is actually going to go broader than just videos. It's whatever creative pursuit that you have in your life. Okay? There's been a few times in my life where I've made something, and for me that's been videos so far, where I've created something that I feel like I need to share with the world. And these are for me, they've been these kind of Pinnacle videos, which are videos that have just, for whatever reason, personally hit the mark for me. So it's videos like that when you film those videos, you realize, I think this is something special. And then when you're editing those videos, you realize I have to put in everything I have to this video. I have to make this as good as I can because this is one of those videos. And then when it's done, when these videos have been done, I feel like, it sounds kind of weird, but I feel like I can't die before this video gets out there, before I share this video. And this could sound like it's coming from a place of I think this video is so good that the world needs to see it. And it's not actually that. It's more that I feel like this video expresses myself, that I've achieved personally, my own creative expression so perfectly for me that I need to share it with people. And what's so powerful about this is that when this has happened to me, I really don't care that much what people think about my video, because I know that I've literally just done it for myself. And that, I want to share it with everyone. Everyone needs to see it, in my opinion. But I know that it's not going to connect with everyone. And I know that some people are going to watch it and they're going to be like, meh, video. But I also know that there are some people out there who are going to watch it and it's going to absolutely connect with them more than anything in the world. And you can just sense it, Like when you make these videos, you just know, you just know that some people are going to watch this and it's going to be for them perfect. Because for you, it's perfect. And again, it's not a thing, it's not an arrogant thing. It doesn't come from a place of, I think I've made the perfect video. Literally the perfect video. No, it's the perfect video for myself. It's the perfect expression of my own creativity. Videos that have happened to me, where this has happened to me, there's been only 2 times really where this has happened to me on my current channel, the Thomas Alex Norman channel. And those have been the one I made in Bali, which was called 48 Hours in Paradise. And then slightly more recently, the Uganda series. And that was kind of each video, to be honest, because that was almost as if it was just one video. And I had this feeling on both of those videos, And to be honest, this feeling is better than anything. It's better than any simple pleasure. It's better than anything that you can just get, anything that you just want. Any kind of those simple pleasures like a good meal or sex or just a quick travel or anything like that. It's like when you make these, when I make this kind of video where the stars align and the practice pays off or whatever it is, then it just feels, it's like this kind of deep feeling of aliveness, like I've made something important for myself, and I want to share it with people. And so I want this video to help any of you who are on this creative path. And that could be filmmaking, it could be music, it could be art, painting, whatever. And to really just live by your own standards, you know? Like, for me personally, these videos that I made, like, you might go and watch them now and think, yeah, whatever. But to me, that doesn't matter, because in that moment, that's what was so important to me, and that's what made me feel alive, you know? And these videos, like, there's a book I read called Man's Search for Meaning, which is by somebody called Viktor Frankl. Many of you have probably read it. It's an absolute classic. But for those of you who haven't, it's written by a Nazi concentration camp survivor. And he was a psychologist, and he wrote this book about his experience living in the concentration camps. And through this whole experience for him, I think he spent a year in the concentration camps, and he obviously survived to write the book. And he observed, he lived through many people dying, his loved ones being taken away from him, arguably the worst suffering any human being could experience. And he worked out that there was 3 things that that have meaning in the human experience. One of them is suffering, and he actually got meaning from his own suffering, which is another thing to be explained another time, but if you want to find out more about that, read the book. Another thing that he discovered was love. Love has meaning. And in the worst moments, if he imagined his wife's smile, and he didn't even know if his wife was alive or dead at this point, that he could almost get through any suffering because he got this strength from within himself that was fueled by the image of his wife. And then the last thing was a creative project. And for him, that creative project, one of these things that kept him going through this concentration camp was the writing of this book. He knew that it was almost his deep purpose to survive the experience and write this book about it that will help future generations, because by living through this intense suffering, he was experiencing and learning things that have never been learned and recorded by a human in his position, being a psychologist before. And so that was a huge thing that kept him going. And I mean, it sounds deep, but like, as stupid as a travel video is, in that moment, in those moments where I made those videos that were special to me, when I said before that I feel like I can't die before this video goes out, that's what I mean. It's like, it gives you this weird purpose for those few weeks or months that you're working on it, that like, man, I really hope nothing bad happens to me right now. I hope I don't get hit by a car tomorrow. And you know why? Because I need to get this project out there. You know, I need to get this video out there. And that's why I say it's better than so many things in life, you know. It's deeper, because it comes from that. It comes from one of those 3 things that this guy worked out through one of the worst experiences imaginable. And so in that way, that a creative project like that could be viewed as just important as love or suffering itself. And yeah, this is going on a crazy philosophical tangent right now, but let's bring it back. Let's bring it home. Which is basically to say that in between these videos, I made a ton of random videos. I made a ton of tutorials. I made a ton of videos that I didn't get this feeling. And I still enjoyed it. It's still cool. I still feel like I was working on my stuff. And, you know, some videos I'd make, I'm disappointed. I went through periods of not making any videos. But but they'll happen for you, you know. If you keep on going in whatever creative path that you have, let's say music, for example, you know, maybe you'll write a few songs and you'll be kind of excited about them, but whatever. But then one song you write and it will hit you so hard. It might not be better to other people than any of the other songs, but for you, it like perfectly sums up a feeling that you're having or a state of being. And you just think, man, I need to record this. I need to get this out there into the world, and I can't die before this happens, you know. It's not to say that you can just die afterwards, but yeah, I think we can get a lot of meaning through just going through it and making stuff, you know. Anyway, I hope that gave you some food for thought, maybe some inspiration, maybe some ideas. And until next time, keep filming. Bye-bye.